Now, I find this clip I selected very interesting because I'm about to show you him describing the nature of the marriage between him and his wife. And I believe him and his wife are both in the podcast together, so you could see them together. And I was telling you guys earlier, Tom Bilyeu is in the center politically. He did vote for Donald Trump, and he has his reasons for it, which you guys could research on your own. But interestingly enough, his wife is a feminist and she did not vote for Donald Trump. However, they have a beautiful marriage and they accept each other's differences. Now, I wanted to show this with you guys because I think this is important to see because I feel like as a country, we are so divided right now. And I think this is a beautiful example of if this can work in a marriage, then it should be able to work in families and friendships and even acquaintances in your life. So let's take a look at this.
Can I read a comment?
Yes.
Thank you. This is from Skurbaderba. Wow.
Oh, is this Skurbaderba?
Skurbaderba?
There we go. Okay. Tom,
we know
you got to.
Skurbaderba well.
Oh, we do. Okay, Skurbaderba. Tom, you got to read your wife's room. She mad you voted for him, and you got to emphasize one of the reasons she's mad. SMH. What's that stand?
Shaking my head.
Shaking my head.
Oh, shaking my head. Thank you. None of my business. Love you guys. So here's the thing. Yeah.
Am I misreading the room?
I'm not mad that you voted for Trump because I think you're an individual with your own mindset. And so you have the right to vote for anyone you want. We've spoken about it endlessly based on my comment that I just made of one of the reasons I don't like Trump. As a woman, I just don't think that's okay. But we've spoken about that. And so interesting, we've had a lot of backlash where it's like, how can you be married to someone who has voted for Trump when you're a woman? And we've spoken about that. And to me, that's one part of him. But is he going to do well for the country? Is he going to do well for your everyday person? That's ultimately the thing that I really care about and focus on. And so in talking to you through the policies, through all the things that we're talking about and that you guys talk about on the show, it really allows me to understand why. Now, being part of a marriage doesn't mean that we always agree. And I think that people think that you have to always agree in order to have a successful relationship. So anyway, just wanted to kind of say that.
Yeah, facts. I'm not even sure it's Skurbaderba. Are you saying that I can only vote for people that my wife approves of? That would be crazy. Just as I would not expect my wife to vote just because I think something. She should vote if she could, but she can't.
They apologize. I misread and overstepped. No, not at all. I think that if that was the impression, then I'm glad that you asked the question. So thank you, Skurbaderba.
Also, Skurbaderba, chats are like hot take factories. So we're all for it. You can have hot takes.
I think that's I was watching a little bit because I was enjoying their banter, but I think that's pretty much the gist of it there. But yeah, I wanted to show that to you guys because I thought they had a really beautiful exchange right there. And I like how much they respect each other's political ideas. And they understand that that's only a tiny percentage of, well, more than a tiny percentage, but it's only a fraction of the entire person. There is absolutely no way to determine somebody's character based on who they voted for. I've met liberal people who have stolen from people and scammed people, and I've met conservative people who have cheated on their husbands and wives. So, and all those are very complex topics in themselves. I'm not even saying that automatically makes them good or bad people. What I'm trying to say is that who somebody voted for, it's a lot more complex. You can't judge somebody's character based on who they voted for, especially when there's only two choices to select from, essentially. And there's really no sure, secure answer, no matter where you go. So with that being said, I think we do need to start respecting each other's intellectual freedom more and not be so harsh towards the people in our lives that we love, our family, our friends, our neighbors. Obviously, it's a personal choice if you're willing to date or get married to somebody with such different beliefs politically. But I can speak from personal experience. My last relationship that I was in, while that relationship didn't work out for several reasons, there were good parts of that relationship that made it really difficult to leave despite some of the bad things that were happening. And one of the best things in that relationship was the freedom that I felt like I had when I was with this person. I really felt free to be an individual. And one of the ways in which that played out was intellectually. My ex-boyfriend never judged me for my opinions and my point of view. And we disagreed on a lot of things. There were some things we agreed on politically, but for the most part, we had a lot of differences and we always talked about them civilly with each other. And that was honestly one of the best parts of our relationship. It's funny thinking back, there were some things in that relationship that obviously led to an end, but man, were there some really great things that really spoiled me. I talked about it on my last episode about how my ex-boyfriend was not a jealous person. He really let me express myself. He let me do my podcast. He let me, interact with other males on my podcast, dress how I want to dress, think how I want to think. He was amazing in those ways. So despite some of the issues that we had, which were pretty daunting, some of the issues, that was a part of a relationship that made it really difficult, to walk away from. But, all that to say that I really respect the intellectual respect that this couple has for each other, this married couple, Lisa and Tom Bilyeu, and how fucking badass they are to both have their own really thriving podcast separately of each other and then working together on these podcasts and being individuals and together at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's really a beautiful thing to see. And yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, on to the next clip. Hey guys, it's me, your host, Andrea Pranzatelli. If you enjoyed this clip today, please don't forget to hit subscribe. It is my dream to become a full-time podcaster, and your support helps more than you could possibly know. So again, hit that subscribe button to help me keep the momentum going on this channel. Also, for every single clip, there is a link in the description to the full episode if you would like to hear the full episode. And I also have a link to my Instagram below if you'd like to follow me on Instagram as well. So that's it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.